Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. The room went dead silent the moment my sister called me the failure. I stood frozen at the edge of the ballroom, my fingers clenched around a plastic cup, wishing I could just disappear into the glittering decorations of my sister's engagement party. Crystal lights sparkled overhead, champagne flowed freely, and every single guest seemed perfectly dressed, except for me, apparently. My name is Emily Harper, and according to my family, this night wasn't for me to shine. It was for my sister, Lauren, and her fiancé, Navy SEAL captain everyone couldn't stop praising. Lauren had always been the golden child, straight A's, perfect smile, perfect life. I was the opposite in their eyes, the one who dropped out of college, worked random jobs, and never brought home a title they could brag about. When Lauren grabbed the microphone to introduce the happy couple, I already knew what was coming. She smiled sweetly and said, "And of course, my little sister Emily is here too. You know, the failure of the family." Laughter rippled through the room. My parents didn't stop it, they just smiled along. My face burned with humiliation, but I didn't cry. I'd learned a long time ago that tears only made them feel justified. Then Lauren turned toward her fiancé, Captain Ryan Cole, and continued boasting about his medals, his missions, and his discipline. Everyone applauded. He stood tall, calm, and respectful, everything you'd expect from a SEAL. When the applause finally faded, he looked around the room and his eyes landed directly on me. He didn't smile. Instead, his entire posture changed. He stepped away from Lauren, walked straight across the room, and stopped right in front of me. Before anyone could even speak, he raised his hand and gave me a sharp, formal salute. The entire room gasped. My mother's mouth fell open. Lauren's perfect smile completely collapsed. I felt my heart slam against my ribs as Captain Cole spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. "Ma'am, it's an honor to finally meet you in person." Lauren laughed nervously. "Ryan, what are you doing? She's just my sister." He didn't take his eyes off me. "No," he said calmly, "she's Senior Intelligence Analyst Emily Harper, the woman whose work saved my team during a classified operation overseas." The room erupted into whispers. He then turned to the guests. "2 years ago, my unit was compromised. We walked into an ambush we never saw coming until her warning came through. She analyzed surveillance data in real time, flagged the threat, and gave us a way out. Without her, I wouldn't be standing here tonight." I could barely breathe. Lauren stammered. That's not true. She told us she worked at a desk job." I finally found my voice. "Because my work is classified," I said quietly, "and because every time I shared a goal, you laughed." Captain Cole nodded. "Emily chose silence and service over applause. She doesn't wear a uniform, but she saved more lives than most people in this room ever will." My father stood up slowly, shame written all over his face. For the first time in my entire life, no one defended Lauren. Captain Cole turned back to me and saluted again. "Thank you for having our backs, Emily." The applause this time wasn't polite, it was thunderous. I didn't feel angry, I didn't feel smug, I just felt free. For years I had carried their labels like heavy chains, but that night they shattered. As I walked out of that ballroom with my head held high, I realized something powerful. Being underestimated is only painful until the truth stands up and salutes back. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.